Hey guys, so I am sitting here this morning at the beach drinking my coffee, uh, just enjoying a little bit of downtime this weekend before the fall starts because I think it's going to get busy. I think we're going to see kind of a shift in the market and things are going to really be picking up even more than what we've seen lately. It's a great July. Hope you had a good July. But yeah, we're seeing the market start to shift a little bit. So I just thought that I would hop on here for a few minutes and just kind of talk about why I think that MAXAdvantage is different and why we're worth taking a look at, and why now. There's been a lot of changes in the past year and a half in our industry, and a lot of changes within brokerages and companies. On larger scales, on smaller scales, there's a lot of questions about where companies are heading, which then makes the agent, start to question, hey, is now a good time to see if I'm in alignment with my company? Am I in alignment with the future of my company? And are they going in the direction that I want to go? I think it's always important to evaluate that every now and then and just make sure that we're going in the same direction, and the people that hold my license are going in the direction that I want to grow my business. So I think that it's really important that a company has your back as agents, that you get the education and the tools and the confidence to navigate all these changes in our industry that have happened and that will continue to happen. This is we're not done changing. We're not done evolving. The contract is not final, unfortunately. We've seen 6 revisions. We're going to see more. Things are going to continue to change. And it's really important to be in a place that helps you navigate all of that. So just want to take a few minutes and share this morning what I think makes us unique at MAXAdvantage, and just let you decide if you're interested in learning more. So probably the number one thing, the thing that makes us unique is our qualifying broker. So Robert Scott, if you've been in the industry for any amount of time, you know that name. Our broker's a non-competing broker, and that means that you can get him when you need him. He's not going to be out on a listing appointment. He's not, going to be negotiating backdoor deals and stuff with other companies. He is always committed to helping put out fires. He's in the office. He's defending his agents. He's going through the contracts with a fine-tooth comb. And he's staying engaged with both the real estate commission and the state and local associations. He knows what's going on in those rooms as well. So, and in fact, Robert's often called the broker's broker. And there's a good chance that your broker calls Robert whenever they have questions or they don't understand something that's going on, or when they find themselves in a mess, because he's just so good at navigating all of that. He's been in the business for, I'm not going to say how long, but MAXAdvantage is 35 years old, and before that, he was qualifying broker at other companies. So he's been around, and he has stayed engaged. So it's not just that he's been a qualifying broker for 35, 40 years, but he continues to stay engaged, continues to stay on top of things. He knows what's going on in the industry as it's happening, before it's happening. He stays really in front of everything that's happening, so that then he can educate us and help us navigate those things. Second thing is MAXAdvantage is independently owned, but we have a global brand. So there's no investors buying in and changing the rules of the game. They're not restructuring quotas and causing a lot of chaos. There's no meetings happening to negotiate buyouts with larger brand. We already have the best of both worlds. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And we are part, while we're individually owned and operated, we're also part of a global network. We have offices in 130 plus countries. And that means that our agent network, RE/MAX agents look for other RE/MAX agents. So our referral network is amazing. And, just in my 2.5 years with the RE/MAX family, I have received multiple referrals and have a lot of business that I can attribute to just being a RE/MAX agent because our network is so strong. We have a full-time marketing department. A lot of offices do. They have marketing. But what we do is we help you tell your story. We help you curate your brand, and we help you stay consistent with that. And one of the things that I really love about our marketing team is that we've put into place, and we guarantee that if we put it out, if it's something that we create on your behalf, that it's going to be compliant. And that's really important right now. There's a lot of changes happening, both with the Real Estate Commission, the Association of Realtors, and then even with company brands, different company brands that are, they're merging and they're changing. And so what we do at RE/MAX is we make sure that anything that we put out from our marketing department is compliant with the Real Estate Commission and compliant with Code of Ethics, Fair Housing, and all of that. So that you don't have to question, is my stuff okay? If we create it for you and we put it out, that it's going to be good, and we have your back, and we make you look really good. We have a full-time agent services department, so we input listings for you. We send out your mailers. We order closing gifts, assemble pop buys, anything that we can do to free up your time so that you can do what you do best, which is create relationships and continue to stay in front of your clients and customers. Our compliance department is second to none. So when it comes to paperwork, it can be an agent's worst nightmare. I don't know any agent that just says, I love net sheets. And we won't talk about RECAD and when agents get that signed. But our compliance team really helps eliminate those fears. So we only require documents that are mandated by the Alabama Real Estate Commission. And we proactively audit our files so that you're not having to get something signed after closing, and you get paid as soon as possible. So I can't stand whenever I've forgotten something and I have to go back after close and say, oh, by the way, can you sign this because I forgot it. Our compliance department, we take a look at the files. Any open files are audited on a regular basis, and the agent gets a reminder. Hey, just to let you know, this is still out there. Just to let you know, we're missing a signature. And what that does is that eliminates any of those, kind of after closing boo-boos or something like that. So. And finally, if I say so myself, our training is pretty top-notch. Our agents believe in designations. They believe in being informed. They believe in education and being the best that they can be for their clients. So the past year and a half, every time a new version of a contract has come out or every time the rules have changed, you can bet that MAXAdvantage agents know it. And they know it well enough to explain it to their clients as well, and other agents across the table who haven't been given the same opportunity. They've not been given the same advantage to learn and grow through all of these changes that are facing our industry. And we continue to educate. We have multiple classes on contracts. And when there's a new version of the contract, we are teaching it before it's launched. We're making sure that our agents, really stay informed, really understand the contract, can explain the contract to the consumer, which is the most important thing, and then also help navigate and keep deals together. We are seeing more deals fall apart right now than ever before, and it's not because of the lending process. It is mostly because the negotiation during the contract and agents not being able to hold deals together. And so we train on that. We teach you how to hold a deal together. We teach you the nuances of how to walk through an inspection with your clients, how to set expectations with the seller for the home inspection and with the buyer for the home inspection. We have inspectors come in and train on that tell us, hey, here's something alarming and here's something that's not alarming, but I have to write it this way because of my E&O insurance, or we learn all those nuances together, so that we can better inform our clients. So I say all of that to say that we're different, and we're not for everybody. We outsell our competition 2-1. We are consistently in the top producing offices in Birmingham, and in many cases with a tenth of the agents that some of our competitors have. So they can brag about market share with 500 agents per office, and I don't think that helps you as the agent. What helps you is developing your skills, developing your business, and being backed by the most trusted name in real estate, backed by probably the most trusted broker in the state of Alabama, and backed with a team of staff that's cheering for you every day, and that is going to bat for you, and that is working behind the scenes to make you look good. Like that's who we are, and that's what we do. So if any of this appeals to you, let me know. I'd love to have a conversation. And we can also talk about money. I didn't say anything about splits or anything like that. That's kind of the cherry on top. Our splits and our commission or compensation plan is pretty amazing. But that's not why you make a change, or it shouldn't be the main factor in making a change. Sure, money is it's a big deal. It should be part of the conversation. But it's not the main thing. The main thing is who we are, what our values are, and that we continue to be in the top for over 35 years because of our agents. Many of our agents have been there for 10, 15, some 20 years, some longer. Again, our office has been around for 35 years, and we have some agents that have been with us that long. So and they can speak to that. They can speak to why they have stayed with RE/MAX, why they began their career with RE/MAX, and why they're still with RE/MAX. Our leadership, our culture, our vision. We have the legacy in the past, but we also are going forward, and we're really excited about the future. So give me a call. Let's chat. Love to talk with you anytime, and let's see if our future and your future align here at MAXAdvantage. So I'll talk to you soon.